Hi, I'm Katie, and welcome to my very first ever gentle parenting vlog. I am so nervous, but this subject has become so important to me over the years that I'm willing to brave the angry comments and the having to watch myself on video because it's so worth it. Before I dive into why it's so important to me and what it is exactly, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am the wife of a Dutchman named Corné and the mother of a sweet little boy, 7 months old, named Calvin. I came to live here in the Netherlands with my husband in August of 2015, though before that I was born and raised in Georgia in the US, about an hour east of Atlanta. I was a nanny for a few years and also worked in a Montessori school where the beginning of my peaceful parenting journey really began. That's where the foundation was laid for what is now a more fully realized philosophy of peaceful parenting. Not only am I super passionate about peaceful parenting, but I'm also extremely passionate about self-directed learning. Together, Corné and I are actually in the process right now of building an open marketplace for learning experiences to help encourage people to view learning as more than just sitting behind a desk, more than just sitting in a school, but that we're all lifelong learners from the time we're born until the time that we die. And in my mind, gentle parenting and self-directed learning go hand in hand. We've all been endowed by our Creator with gifts and talents that, if allowed to flourish, can really change the world for the better. Okay, so now we get into it. What exactly is peaceful parenting, also known as gentle parenting? Peaceful parenting, at its foundation, is fundamentally the treating of children as worthy of the same respect as any other human, adult or child alike. It includes the understanding that all humans, including children, have the right not to be harmed without cause. They have the right to their own property, their own bodies, and their own emotions. And as a parent, I'm to steward those rights very carefully until I can see that they are of an age and of a maturity level that they can handle bearing those responsibilities themselves. What this looks like practically is no punishments. That means no taking of property or privileges unless it's directly relevant to the situation. No spankings, no yelling, and also no timeouts. As you continue to watch my vlogs, you will hear pretty often the terms natural consequences and logical consequences. A quick example of what those two terms mean would be, imagine your child is playing in the sandbox, and despite the protests of his friends and your warnings, he continues to throw sand in his friend's hair. A natural consequence would be that his friends will not play with him in the sandbox anymore. And a logical consequence would be that he is no longer allowed to play in the sandbox because he's shown that he is incapable or unwilling to use the sand responsibly. No spankings or timeouts are necessary here, but it is really important that we as parents allow the natural consequences to happen, and sometimes that can be really hard. But while in many situations we do hope to affect our children's behavior, don't get bogged down in behavior modification. Peaceful parenting is completely other than the punitive parenting that most of us were raised with. It's a holistic approach to teaching your child to be empathetic, responsible, creative, and to work well with others. So finally, why is this so important to me? Well, as a Christian, I believe that every human has the dignity of being made in the image of God, and as such, deserves respect. Our lives, our bodies, and our property have been given to us by God to take special care of. In His Word, God has given us plenty of directives on how to treat one another, and it's really important that we let our views of children and the way that we treat our children be shaped by the Word of God. As a parent, I'm given the awesome responsibility to take care of and steward Calvin's rights until he's old enough to take charge of them himself. This is a huge task, and one that I take incredibly seriously. Not only is it important for pragmatic reasons, like raising kind and empathetic children, but for raising our children in the admonishment of the Lord to make disciples. I want to bring God glory by living in a way that honors Him, and I want to teach Calvin to do the same, because he is worthy, and in Him is our joy, not merely changed behavior. So, thank you so much for watching so far. If you're intrigued by the things that I've said and would like to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time!